Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, little bit of that wrestling talk. Got here 12 reasons why AEW sucks. Number one, weird, subpar, bad quality wrestling matches. There, once in a while you get an okay match, but for the most part it's botchy, flippy matches with guys landing on their heads there. And like low quality TNA wrestling for the most part. I think WWE overall has a better quality wrestling match. Just less moves or whatever. But if you watch AEW and you watch all these guys constantly landing on their heads, then you can understand why WWE restricts the moves, you know what I mean? Plus, with less moves in a match, you can tell a better story. Less moves, but the moves have more impact. This, it's move, move, move. Nobody cares. Each match, they repeat the same move over and over again. Just junk for the most part. Number two, not enough stars there. You have a couple of washed up guys like Jericho, Mark Henry, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Show there. You have Dean Ambrose, who won the title, but he kind of fell off there before going to AEW. He had already fallen off ever since Stone Cold pretty much called him boring. He didn't call him boring, but that he had no life kind of deal there when he was talking, you know. You have a couple of fake stars like Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, not real stars, just stars in the mind of Dave Meltzer, you know. Number three, too many worthless jobbers on the roster. It's packed. There's a shit ton of people, but you don't know any of them. And most of them aren't good enough to be on television, like. And sometimes they force these guys on TV. Then you're watching a show full of worthless jobber trash. So what's the point? Like, number four, big embarrassing botch moments like the sparklers, the mattress, you know, the Dark Order fake punches, Tony Khan embarrassing himself every week on Twitter, pretty much there. Number five, Kenny Omega, big fail as champion. They acted like Kenny was the ace in the hole there, the ace in the sleeve or whatever. Oh, when the cleaner shows up, boy, it's going to change the business of wrestling. And he's a big flop as champ, big time. You know what I mean? Which leads to number six, low viewership there. Not just for the cleaner, but low viewership overall. They got 1 million here and there, but that's it. They were down to 400,000. They got more this past show back at 800 something. And it's a big celebration. We got 800 something thousand. Okay, it's better than 400,000, but it's still not a good number. Like, when you're celebrating 800,000, there's a problem. Number seven, too much tag team wrestling. They've slowed down a bit on this, and it makes the show a bit better when it's one-on-one matches. Problem is, it's always a good a good wrestler against a complete jobber. There's nobody there. Like, there's not even enough for singles matches, for God's sake. Because they're trying not to do rematches. So they basically had most matches that they can already do. You know what I mean? But tag team wrestling, there's too much. Like I said, they brought it down a bit, but now they're going to introduce a 6-man tag team championship. So you're going to have even more tag team. It's too much, for fuck's sake. Number 8, rehashing WWE segments from the Attitude Era. They've done this a bunch of times. They're unoriginal, they're fucking copycats, and they're hacks. It is what it is. Ripping off WCW like big copycats, unoriginal. Number 9, like just the segments, like forget the matches, but the segments are usually fucking weird and cheap. Like the Cody Rhodes weigh-in, for God's sake, what was this? Big Show arguing with the scale, this was just bad. The Britt Baker Championship celebration, a lot of these segments are just bad and embarrassing, you know? Number 10, just overall weird booking. You know, the Omega weird shit, the Young Bucks pushing their tag teams, all the weird shit with Cody Rhodes and all the people he knows that shouldn't be on television and stuff. Cody, or fucking Tony Khan, the head booker who has no experience, just bad booking overall. Number 11, weird, cringy promos. Kenny Omega with his weird shit, you know, 69 me done. Cody Rhodes crying all the time, saying a bunch of weird stuff there. I think Cody is just weird overall, you know what I mean? And number 12, folks, the fans of AEW, the worst fans of all time. It's official there. They're officially the worst wrestling fans ever. Like I said before, they make TNA fans look like fucking geniuses. You know what I mean? Just horrible fans, and they're killing wrestling overall there. Just like AEW is doing. A bunch of weird whack jobs, mental cases. Sick of all this shit, folks. And it's trash. AEW, pure trash. And so are their fans there, folks. Until next time, peace.